Yes guys, and welcome from me, this is Championship Manager 0102, surviving the transfer deadline. Now, this doesn't really apply so much on the ODB, because we all know that the ODB, the deadline is in March, as it was back in 01. So this predominantly is really from an update perspective as to a lot of the stuff that I'm going to say. It is the same really with the ODB, but it's not really as effective because the deadline really never. I prefer the deadlines as they are now, particularly when they're across Europe. So basically, we've all played it. We play the deadline. We get to the deadline, which of course on the update is the 31st of August or the 1st of September, and you want to get that deal over the line. Now, the thing is, right, and I believe this in real life, not just in the game. Get your deals done, right? You should not be getting to I don't agree, right, with teams. They start. I would rather see a deadline before the season's even started. If I'm really honest, I would bring it a month ahead, because I get fed up, right, with when players move. Let's take Isaac for example. He moves to Liverpool and is not fit. So let's pretend he moves to Liverpool. Let's pretend the transfer deadline was a month early. Right, he could have had a couple of weeks for fit. Do you know what I mean? So I think the key thing I will point out, for me personally, is get your deals done early. Right, right from when you start. Now remember, you can increase an extra 2 weeks of pre-season if you wish when you start a brand new game. And to do that, just to remind you, just select Germany as your starting league. Make sure you've got England selected. If you want to be an English team, select them both, but select Germany as your start, and you will start 30th of June, I think it is, or 29th of June. Get those extra weeks in. Get those deals done early. And avoid getting. Of course, sometimes it can be very difficult to get deals over the line for one reason or another. And I think the important thing is, let's just hypothetically say here that the deadline is tomorrow, right? Let's say it's the end of Saturday. Now you'll see. Now I'm sure a lot of you already know this, but this is important. Is when you see that it's AM, PM, evening. It does actually make a difference in respect of the deadline, because if it's PM, you got less. AM, if you get a deal accepted for a player, it will normally come back straight away. If it's AM, if it's PM, it's hit and miss. If it's evening, that deal's not going to go through. You go to the next day, deadline, and the window's shut. So, as you can see, I'm on a minimum database here. So if you decide not to make any bids for players, right? And as you see, I'm on a minimum database on this test save here. But you can see, I'll press continue, and look at that. So you've got to get your bids in. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. It really is unnecessary. Let's just do that, and we'll get to the window itself. And it just, I just feel that really, you can avoid it. You should not have any heartbreak, really. You've got ample time. And like I said, I believe this is the case in real life. I don't feel there should be anybody having to make last-minute transfers. I don't. It's not like it used to be, but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be panic buying. It should not be panic buying. I think it's more tactical from certain teams. When they decide to whack £150 million player bid for a player and that sort of stuff. So what we'll do, right? We'll do this, and we'll give you a rough example of how this works. I don't think I'm going to have any games for Arsenal now, so just wanted to go through all that shit. See if they've bought anybody. They haven't bought anybody, and they've got no games. Okay, so you can see. So we ain't going to have any games, which is all good. And of course, what I like about this is that the deadline ties in with the international break as well. Okay, so remember, you will get notification of 1 week before, and then you'll get one on the day as well. Okay, so I think it's going to be tomorrow maybe. Here we go. Okay, so transfer deadline is today. It is the 1st of the 9th, 24. So you've really got to, you know what, right? If you haven't tested the water with a bid for Bruno Guimaraes, and it might be one of those players that they don't come back to you. You've had it where you bid for a player and they don't come back to you. Well, you can't afford that now. So it should not have got to this. It really shouldn't. But if you have left it to the last minute, if you have, right, you've got to be doing it in the AM. You really have. So let's take Darwin Núñez here, for example. Darwin Núñez looks like he's interested in this. A squad rotation, it's very, very unlikely. Very unlikely he's going to be... Of course, I've got mine patched that you can see AI squad statuses. That is a huge help for something like this. Let me just write Chelsea in. Okay, this is a good example here. So Ben Chilwell. No. Let's try and find a player who is not needed. No, there you go. So this guy here, right? So... he's listed, he's unhappy at 7.25, okay? We are going to put in an offer. He's not needed. Now, realistically, you should be able to get this guy for about half price. So we'll go for £3.7 million. He's not needed, okay? He's not needed at all. We'll also do one for this Chelsea player as well. We're going to chuck in a 1.5 on that as well. Okay. You will get these players. They're interested in me. You can see that they're not needed. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so okay, now this is interesting because we're at PM now. We're at PM, so this deal we can still do this. Okay, so they want 4.4, but if you're still negotiating, okay, so I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's put the bid in 4.4 to see what happens. Meanwhile, they've rejected that because they don't want to send it to a rival club. Well, I beg to differ with that. I beg to differ. So let's just put a 2.9 offer in. Okay? And now we're evening. Now this is interesting. We're at evening. Now this is where you're battling. You're going to beat this deadline. Okay? You've got your deals accepted. We can see we've got 2 deals accepted. Okay? But you cannot afford, right? You cannot afford... let's offer what he wants. You cannot afford to fuck terms up. So we're going to deliberately fuck terms up here. We're going to deliberately fuck terms up with the goalkeeper because he'll reject it. Okay. Okay. And there you go. And actually, look, we fucked them both up. We fucked them both up. The deadline's gone. The deadline's gone. And that's because it left it to the last minute. So even when they're not needed, if you can't get a deal agreed before PM on deadline, you're fucked. And that's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Till next time, take it easy.